I can no longer stay quiet on this topic because it's starting to drive me crazy. I don't think that many of us know what the upside for ADUR is. I really don't. You see, we're running around social media talking about how ADUR has a solution to plastic recycling problem, but we really don't believe in that. Because if we did believe, we would be a lot more bullish, but we're afraid to be bullish. What do I mean by this? So if you look at, for example, the Borrow Capital report, right? Price target of $50 per share. But when you go to page number 12, to arrive at that number, it says here that in aggregate, right, this equates to 2.5 million tons of processing. 2.5 million tons, right? The world produces 400 million tons, and a technology that can solve a plastic problem is only going to be used for 2.5 million tons, or 0.5% market share. Really? So we're going to have articles written, instead of saying why less than 10% of the world's plastic is being recycled, we're going to say why less than 10.5% of the world plastic is being recycled. Or we're going to have articles that say the plastic problem is solved. Now we recycle 10.5% of plastic. What are we even doing? Why are we even doing this exercise? So do we have a company that has a solution to plastic recycling or not? Or do we have a company that is like a specialty sandwich shop? Like this is ridiculous. Or another thing, another shareholder that wrote this good report, but in the assumptions we're talking about 75 units. If we have 75 units and we put a multiple of 12 on it, the price target is $758 per share. That's where this head came from. And people think this is ridiculously high. And so now let's step back for a second. 75 units, that is less than 2 million tons per year. Less than 2. So what are we talking about? Do we have a solution for plastic, or do we not have a solution for plastic? I mean, picture this. Let's say there's 400 million people that have some kind of rare disease or cancer. And we just came up with a solution. And we're going to say, you know what? We're only going to offer it to 2 million people. 398 are going to die. I hope you have a good funeral. Because we're not offering it to you. Because our shareholders are not comfortable with having too much of a market share. We just want to keep it tiny. 2%. Because our stock price is at a particular price, and God forbid we can get so rich. We want to keep it at 2%. Right? So we know, because Eric Appelman told us, that the world will need thousands of units like this to even make a dent. If we want to solve, picture this, if we want to solve plastic recycling problem, 400 million tons is being produced per year. What number would we need to recycle to say plastic recycling is solved? 2 million? How about 100 million of it? Or 200 million from it? Oh, we can't think this big. How could it be possible for ADUR to be able to get 50 million out of 400 million? Oh, God forbid, 100 million or 200 million. Why not? Is there anybody else solving this problem? It's not like this is McDonald's, that there's Burger King that can also feed you, Taco Bell that can also feed you. Do you know anybody else that can compete for that market share? Is there anybody else that can recycle mixed plastic, contaminated plastic? So why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid to say that this company can gain a significant market share of the plastic being produced per year? Why are we so afraid? I'll tell you why we're so afraid. Because of what we bought the stock for. Everything is based on what we bought the stock for. But this doesn't matter what you bought the stock for. The plastic solution doesn't care and doesn't remember what you bought the stock for. It's about how much what kind of problem can this technology solve? And 75 units? 75 units? How about 7,500 units? Then maybe we can make a dent. So if we need 7,500 units, then what would be the price target? 70,000 per share? That's the upside. And now I'm not saying that when you bought the stock for $1, you can't sell it for $5 because you want to ring the register, diversify, take some profits off the table. All I'm saying is we need to stop running around and saying we have a solution for plastic and at the same time acting like we have a lemonade stand. That there's a bunch of other companies that can solve the same problem. It's either we have a solution for plastic or we don't have a solution for plastic. So which one is it? Because if we do, we're going to get a lot of market share. Why? Because nobody else can take this. If you show me somebody else that can do this, then okay, then we might have to fight for the market share. But I don't see anybody else being able to solve this. Do you? So the point is, we need to understand what the upside is. Because right now, we are this close to showing it to the proper audience. Okay? Pilot is right around the corner. When the pilot starts producing data successfully the way R2 is producing, everybody's going to know. They're going to know the economics. Everybody will want to jump on this. And we still don't have any institutions. So picture this in your head. What would Kathy would say if she had this information? Do you think she would say, we're going to build 75 units? Open your mind and decide. Do we have the solution for plastic or do we not? Because if we do, we're going to get a lot of market share. Okay? Decide which one it is. We have it or we don't.